Britain's political map is shaking after devastating early local election results for Prime Minister Keir Starmer and the ruling Labour Party. Labour has suffered major losses across England, especially in its traditional northern strongholds, as voters swing toward the anti-immigration reform UK led by Nigel Farage. The results are now raising serious questions inside British politics. Could mounting pressure eventually force Starmer to resign? The biggest shock is where Labour is collapsing. Reform UK is making huge gains in former Labour heartlands like Wigan, Salford, Hartlepool and Tameside, areas the party controlled for decades. In several councils, Labour lost nearly every seat it was defending. Analysts say the results show growing anger over immigration, the economy, and what many voters see as an out-of-touch political establishment in London. The elections also reveal a dramatic fragmentation of British politics. Labour and the Conservatives are both losing support as Reform UK rises on the right, and the Green Party of England and Wales gains momentum on the left. Political analysts warn Britain's traditional two-party system may be breaking down, with voters abandoning mainstream parties in favour of smaller movements promising radical change. Pressure is now mounting on Starmer inside his own party. Critics accuse the Prime Minister of repeated policy U-turns, weak messaging, and failing to stop reform's rise. Labour MPs are increasingly nervous that the party could lose support in Scotland, Wales, and key working-class regions before the next general election. While Starmer insists he will remain leader, discussions about possible successors are already growing quietly inside Labour circles.
The results are tough. They are very tough. And there is no sugarcoating this. We have lost brilliant Labour representatives across the country. These are people who put so much into their communities, so much into our party and our movement. And that hurts. And it should hurt. And I take responsibility.
In defending his government, Starmer admitted Labour had made unnecessary mistakes and failed to convince voters that life in Britain would improve under his leadership. He argued the country was still dealing with economic shocks and global instability, while promising a political reset focused on public services, housing, and the cost of living crisis.
And that is why in coming days I'm going to set out the steps that we will take to deliver the change that they want and that they deserve, so that every child can go as far as their talent or ability will take them, not held back by poverty, so that every community can have what it needs, a secure, safe place for everybody to live.
For now, Starmer is unlikely to resign immediately because Labour still holds a massive majority in Parliament. But politically, these elections are a major warning sign. Reform UK's surge suggests millions of voters are searching for an alternative to Britain's political establishment. If the trend continues, the UK could be heading toward its biggest political realignment in decades, with Labour facing the risk of losing the very voters that brought it back to power.